Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Rufus Walker, and we are in the vibrant city, the windy city of Chicago, Illinois. And we are here at the Saturday night's main event for our main event of this evening. It is Seth freaking Rollins against the Nightmare Jordan Styles, and both of these men want to be a number one contender. Lord, my God, you can feel the electricity in the air, but corruption is right around the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing the mountain that the corporation has built. We have seen the likes of Randy Orton get the World Heavyweight Championship by beating the likes of Uncle Howdy here tonight at the Saturday night's main event. We also have the Usos taking the WWE Tag Team Championships away from the New Day in a street fight, and it looks like the Bloodline has gold in their vault. And what about the disrespect to the Nightmare Jordan Styles? He has to compete in this match, but Roman Reigns, the chosen one, the tribal chief, the head of the table, gets to just waltz on in, twiddle his eyes, and get a title shot. This is an absolute travesty. This is unethical. The Nightmare Jordan Styles just lost his title last week, and he's not even getting a fair chance to get the title back. This is a number one contender match, and he has to put his blood, sweat, and tears into this match just to be able to be what he should have been before he lost to Rey Mysterio because of the loss of Roman Reigns. And here we have it. It's Seth freaking Rollins. Normally Seth comes out here by himself, but tonight it looks like he has the likes of the Final Boss, The Rock, and the likes of Paul Heyman, the Oracle. It looks like the corporation has another puppet in their arsenal. This WWE Championship means everything to this corporation, that they're doing everything to block out the Nightmare Jordan Styles. The Nightmare era has begun, and it looks like they have plans to dangle that little title in front of Seth Rollins for his loyalty and for him to be a corporate hitman here in WWE. And my goodness, the visionary, the architect, seems to be taking the bait. And now, the Nightmare Jordan Styles' 8th title shot is on the line. Tonight is a Chicago death trap. Look at the heart of the Nightmare Jordan Styles. He comes out here with the odds stacked against him once again. The Daler stacked. The stripes are stacked. He has lost a match before, and now he's going into this match looking to go and beat Roman Reigns for that title. But look at what it is. Look at it what it is. This big fight feels just like the tail of the tape, Nightmare Jordan Styles versus Seth freaking Rollins. And it's about to go down, bell rings, and my goodness, Seth with a chop, and now the Nightmare Jordan Styles. Seth Rollins trying to go for a hit. No, it's another chop by Seth. Now Raw. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's starting off as a slugfest. They're going all out. And now the Nightmare Jordan Styles missed. What's going to happen? And he puts Seth freaking Rollins out on his feet. And here we go. The Nightmare Jordan Styles tried to send him to the corner. And no, he was going for a stomp out. But no, Seth is countered. Seth is countered. What is he doing? And he looks to bring him in with that patented suplex. My goodness. The Nightmare Jordan Styles is on his game. Oh, I thought he was on his A game, but now it's a neck breaker and it sends Jordan Styles outside the ring. And now he looks to hit that knee, but no, that knee has been, oh my goodness, it has been hurt. And it looks like he's limping. No, he goes to attack the knee of the Nightmare Jordan Styles. That injured knee of the Nightmare Jordan Styles. And he sends him into the steel steps. And now he goes flying. And he's going for the knee, but he misses it again. Ah, no. 2 times what should be the charm. And now it's a reverse. And Jordan Styles gets slammed into the barricade. This right here is a no-holds-barred match. No disqualifications. No count out, and he knocks over Seth Rollins with clothesline. And look at what the lengths he would go through, and look at that, he misses, and now it's a suplex. But watch, the architect, the visionary Seth Rollins, and now he's just mesmerized in his work. Seth Rollins gets hit. And now he is just being bashed in the head with those elbows by the Nightmare Jordan Styles. Jordan Styles is ready to risk it all for his win. And now he's using that chair. And he hits him with an insecurity. And then he gets the chair again. And what is he doing? Oh my gosh. He just brutalizes the likes of Seth Rollins. And it's not looking good for Seth Rollins. He goes and he gets the steel steps. He's trying to put out the likes of Seth Rollins, but it doesn't look to no end. Oh my gosh. He hits him with a drop kick. And now these men are going at it outside the ring. Saturday night main event. It's in Chicago, Illinois. And this fight in the Windy City is, you can feel that a storm is a brewing. And now Seth Rollins goes ahead and stretches out that leg, but now he is taunting the likes of the Nightmare Jordan Styles. And what could he be thinking? The Nightmare Jordan Styles is looking for an equalizer here in his match, and he's taunting the crowd. What is happening? Oh no, the final ball is The Rock is getting involved, and now Paul Heyman begins to distract the likes of the Nightmare Jordan Styles. And now Jordan Styles has Seth Rollins dead to rights right now, and now he's being distracted. What's going on? And now he brings that chair and sees what he does to their corporate puppet, Seth Rollins. He begins to beat it out of him. What is he doing? No, he's trying to go for a drop kick. And no, Nightmare Jordan Styles hits Seth Rollins with that bat, and now he's sending him to the ropes, and he tries to do a drop kick. No way. And he tries to go for that Nightmare knee, and it's counter. No way. 7 going for a collarbone tie, and now it's a revolutionary knee, and he's taunting. No, Seth. He was going for something big, and it's countered by the Nightmare Jordan Styles. No, and what is he doing? And there's another counter. What's going on? And he's doing an arm stretch. And oh my goodness, the pain and agony Seth Rollins will be in. And he grabs that bat and begins to go to work. No way, it's a forearm. He's going up top. We're in the second city, and you know what it is. He goes for that elbow drop. Oh my goodness, he takes him out. And now the ref begins to get distracted by the interference on the final boss. And an Oracle. And now a stereo chair gets into play. But no, nothing happens. And no, locks. Seth Rollins is busted up. He sends him to the corner. But no, he's not going out like that. And there's a counter by the Nightmare Jordan Styles into a flying forearm that's missed. And now Seth Rollins is going ahead and going for broke.
And he's looking out of sorts now. Typical
Seth, what are you doing? Seth! Oh my gosh! He turns him around! And now what is it? Oh no! He's going for an armbar! They're trying to get out! Oh my gosh! The Nightmare George Styles almost gets his arm broken again! Seth, oh, a knee strike by the Nightmare George Styles, and now again! The corporation sticks their nose in a Nightmare George Styles business, and now he's ambushed by Seth Rollins. He had him, and now, what is he thinking here? What is he thinking here? No way. Seth, what are you doing? Seth, what are you doing? Oh my gosh! That suplex was vicious, and now he goes for cover. And look at this, a fast count by the ref. A fast count by the ref. This is a blatant robbery, and no. Oh my gosh! It's a single leg drop kick. Into what? Oh, it's a step up Hinzaguri. The Nightmare George Styles has him dead to rights, and you can see into this corner. He's trying to send him to the corner. Oh my gosh! And he's just busting the face of Seth Rollins. And now the Nightmare George Styles is all busted up.
So now he better be careful.
No way. And now he's sending him to the corner. And now he counters. And what is it? And it's a code breaker by the Nightmare George Styles. And what is he doing? The Nightmare George Styles could be setting up for something big. And he goes for that sling blade and now it's counter into a German suplex. And he's going for it all. He's gripping that chair. Once again, the Nightmare George Styles hits him with a Nightmare knee. Oh my goodness. The Nightmare George Styles just hit the likes of Seth Rollins with that Nightmare knee. And now he's going for something big here tonight. Good God Almighty. It's a superplex of some sort into a final cut. The Nightmare George Styles is going for it all. He sat here and they're distracting the ref, and the Nightmare George Styles wants it all. He wants it all. What is he doing? They're distracting the ref. They're distracting the ref. And a move out of Seth Rollins' playbook. It is a buckle bomb. Oh, that was nasty. Seth rolls out the ring, and it's not looking good for the likes of Seth Rollins, the Visionary, and it's a crossbody. And that high-risk move is denied by Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins sends him into the barricade, and it's not looking good for the likes of the Nightmare George Styles here, and it's no holds back at Saturday night's main event. And what is he doing? Oh my God! Did you just see what Seth Rollins just did to the Nightmare George Styles? The Nightmare George Styles is out, and now he's going for that bat. You know how Seth gets. And Seth is looking to break the arm of the Nightmare George Styles. Oh no! He begins to work on that arm, and now we're outside of the ring, and it's a super kick by the Nightmare George Styles. And that receipt is coming. You can see it. No, no, no. Seth is trying to escape the Nightmare George Styles. He's talking to the likes of the Nightmare George Styles, and now the Nightmare George Styles gets in the ring, and he's rubbing a face scrub into a forearm. Oh my gosh, in the back of the Nightmare George Styles. And he goes, and he hits his head off the steel steps. No. What is he doing? He was going for that pedigree. He was going for that pedigree, and it's a Nightmare knee. A Nightmare knee. And as soon as he was about to go for a cover, the likes of Paul Heyman and the Final Boss get involved. And Seth is still out. Seth is still out. No. They're corporate puppet. They're corporate puppet. What is he doing? No. Seth is countered by the Nightmare George Styles. He's countering. He hits him in the face. And he hits him with a forearm. Oh my God. It's not good for the Nightmare George Styles. He's being sent into the ref, and now into the turnbuckle. And it's not looking good because Seth is going for broke. Seth is going for broke. What is Seth doing? No, Seth. You can't. You can't. He slams him. He slams him. And now the Nightmare George Styles is in the corner and he's stunned. And it's not looking good. What is Seth doing? Seth hits him with a double axe handle and he goes into the ring post. Oh my gosh. And knees, and he's stretching out the head of the Nightmare George Styles. No way. He's grabbing the steel steps. He's trying to end his career. He's trying to end the career of the Nightmare George Styles. And he hits him with a forearm. And we know, if you know anything, you know what's next with the Nightmare George Styles. He sends him into the ropes. And what is he doing? Here we go. It's one patented shotgun drop kick. Oh no! No way! The Nightmare George Styles sends us over. The final boss, The Rock, is watching. 1. Come on! It's a count! 1, 2. Oh my goodness! Seth Rollins freaking kicked out. The visionary Seth Rollins kicked out. And it looks like Seth could be going for it all here tonight. He's going for it all here tonight. What is he doing? No! No, no, and he's going for that. Oh my goodness. He's trying to shatter that knee. Oh my gosh. Nightmare George Styles is trying to shatter the knee. And he's going for, oh, he gets the knees up. He gets to the 7, gets the knees up. What is he thinking? What is he doing? And now he's sending them to those ropes again. And no, it's a, look at this. Look at this! It's a buckle bomb! Seth has him dead to rights. Seth is in the corner. He could be setting it up. What is he doing? What is he doing? Oh my gosh! It's a drop kick by Seth freaking Rollins, and Nightmare George Styles is out. The final boss, The Rock, and Paul Heyman have been interfering in this match. And it looks like he's going for that chair. What could he be thinking about with that chair? He could be thinking about something heinous. Oh, my goodness. The Nightmare George Styles isn't having it. The Nightmare George Styles. Oh, it's a low blow. He hit him with a low blow. And now he's beginning to beat him with a chair. Chair again. No way. Paul Heyman again. The final boss, The Rock, the corporation are stopping this superstar from getting to the title. This is unethical. This is just vile. This is vicious. What is he doing? And he begins to beat on every single inch of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is going up. Seth Rollins is going up. What is he doing? And he begins to go for a sling blade. No way. He's going for it all. That Nightmare knee. Oh my gosh.
Seth's eyes look glazed over. He's leaving the ring.
And he looks at the final boss, The Rock. And now he loses the mission. He's going after the final boss, The Rock. He's going after the final boss, The Rock. They have interfered too far in his match. He is outnumbered. He's outnumbered. What is he doing? No. The final boss, The Rock. He looks to be setting up the final boss, The Rock. Oh no. Seth. Seth is back up. No. He's going for that forearm and he knocked the hell out of the likes of the Nightmare George Styles. He's going for it all. Seth outside the ring and he goes for that curve stomp. Seth could be bringing him back in the ring.
And now gets tossed into the ring.
Seth brings him back in the ring, and he's going for a count. He should be going for a count. The ref. 1, 2, and no, it's a kick out by the likes of the Nightmare George Styles. And what is he doing? What is he doing? And he goes for a sling blade. This could be the last action of the Nightmare George Styles. This could be the last action of the Nightmare George Styles. And he's going for broke. He's going for broke. It's a shooting star press. No way. The ref is being like, look at this. Look at this. And he brings the knees up. He brings the knees up. He brings the knees up. No! He goes ahead and he counters. And he's picking them up. The Nightmare Jordan Styles could be looking for something big here. And he's going for it. He tries to go for it. And he gets him with a drop kick. And what is he doing? No! Seth hits him in the corner. He sends him in the corner. And it looks like he could be going for it. And he goes for it. Oh, he goes for a cutter. The Nightmare Jordan Styles goes for a cutter. He goes for a cutter. And now the final boss, The Rock, gets up on a barricade. And he begins the taunt. He begins the taunt. The likes of the Nightmare Jordan Styles. And now Seth is back. No. Oh my gosh. It looks like he was going for a rock bottom. But it's reversed. No, what is he doing? The Rock is still up. The Nightmare Jordan Styles looks like he's about to show the fans why he is that guy. And look at what he's doing. He has him in the guillotine. He has him in the guillotine. He's in the guillotine. He's in the guillotine. That silencer is locked in. That silencer is locked in. You'll remember what he did to CM Punk. That silencer is locked in. And Seth Rollins could be withering away. Seth Rollins could be withering away here tonight. And my gosh, the Nightmare Jordan Styles has him. I know he does. No. Seth Rollins counters. He counters the silencer. He counters the silencer. He counters the silencer. No. The final boss, The Rock, is standing and waiting. It is a knee strike. And it's countered by oh my gosh, the Nightmare's countered. And it's not looking good for the Nightmare. The Nightmare Jordan Styles is just laying and he's out. The Nightmare Jordan Styles has been giving it his all. He has been giving it his all. And look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing. The Nightmare Jordan Styles. The Nightmare Jordan Styles. He's getting fired up. And my goodness, he jumps outside. Oh my gosh, he lands on his back. And it's a splash. It's a splash. Seth Rollins ring IQ is far better than none. But this Nightmare Jordan Styles did not see this coming. And it's a pedigree outside the ring to the Nightmare Jordan Styles. What can Seth Rollins be thinking here? Is he taking him back inside the ring? Is he taking him back inside the ring? He's taking him back inside the ring. The Nightmare Jordan Styles could be over with. It could be over for the Nightmare Jordan Styles. 1, 2, 3. And Seth freaking Rollins has won. This is another travesty. He has been cheated out of the title twice. This is, my God, this is another robbery. This is absolutely terrible. Can you believe this? The ref is counting slow. They're getting involved. He tried absolutely everything. The Nightmare Jordan Styles has been swindled. It's a 1 through 3 from Seth freaking Rollins. After that pedigree outside to just put him out. And now Seth gets a title shot against Randy Orton. The corporation is protecting the likes of Roman Reigns. That son of a bitch, the final boss, The Rock, has fucked over the Nightmare Jordan Styles again. I'm your host, Rufus Walker. We are in the Ascension era, ladies and gentlemen.